I have an amazing kit here, but here we have it in all its glory. Down under in Australia, a Supermarine Spitfire Mk.VIII RAAF. Hello and welcome to another unboxing by Hearns Hobbies. As you can see, this was highly anticipated last year. Airfix did a big announcement. They're like, oh, we're going to do something exciting again with the Spitfire. Because when they first did it, everyone was like, whoa, we didn't expect Airfix to come back into the game with 124. They kind of subtly dropped it. So, this is the box art. Just look at this box art. It is so beautiful. We have the Spitfire flying over what I presume, where was it? Motani? Oh, it says it here. Morotai. This is just an absolutely beautiful kit. I'm not going to ponder much longer on this model. I'm just going to get into it. So, as we can see, we have like a very large box. It's quite big. Here's next to my face for comparison. And we're gonna, it's so big, it's gonna fit the whole frame over here for this one, for the top camera, where I'm at now, hopefully. I am just over the moon at this. So we had the Mk.IX, I believe. I believe it was a Mk.IX with the D-Day markings before. And then they've retooled a couple of the parts and made a Mk.VIII in export versions. So we have 3 schemes, but let's get into that later. Here we have a really interesting way of packaging the box. We've got the top of the wings and the wing spar sitting on top of some cardboard. So, that's that there. And we have this thin piece of cardboard. Thank you, Airfix, for remaining environmentally friendly. Here we have the lower portion of the wing. Let's go in on this a little bit. Let's see if I can... Look at this detail. This is really, really nice. It's very competitive in terms of the detail for Airfix. They've really struck a chord on this and gone all out. I believe these were actually molded in England as well, so they've taken a lot more care with their kits this time. So yeah, just looking at these details, we have the wing access ports on the leading edge. We have the cannon mounts over here. Just look at this. We have some oil drainage points here. Look at that. How wonderful. Really nice shape. Iconic Spitfire shape. Have the ejection plumes for the casings of the 20mm Hispano cannons. Let's get back out here. Look at that. Got another piece of brown before. All right, we're going into the plastic wrapped stuff. I'm just gonna bring it into frame and we'll each have a look. Go through this thing. Let's do it. Okay. This is actually a pretty important one that I think we should be opening up. Instrument panel. They've molded on all of the dials, which is an interesting thing to do. It does look quite nice, I will admit. Painting those up with a fine paintbrush will look really, really good, I think. And then if you fill them in with like a clear gloss or UV resin, that would come up really, really nicely. I presume this is for the rear part of the aircraft where the tail wheel is. This is some of the tail wheel assembly, I presume, actually, on this sprue. Yeah, nice solid plastic from Airfix as well. Nice molded detail. Like here we have the throttle. What I think. That looks really crisp and clean. How they've made that. Here we have the cowling, molded in one piece with a little bit of side molding, which is nice. We love a bit of a slide mold, sliding right on in there, making that nice definitive lines and molding points. OC's kick it in. Here we also have clear parts. Let's get in here. Have a couple of loose pieces in the bag, but they're just spares. Wow, okay, so we have got really nice mold quality and polish. They're just so clean. There you go. Really, really nice. I don't know, because it's clear, you can't really get a great sense of what it's like. Guys, put my hand there. So you do get a seam on this one, which would be easy enough to remove. Over here, it's just got a little bit of scuffs from the plastic, but nothing a cotton bud wouldn't get out, honestly. Moving over here, we've got the instrument panels molded again. This time, I'm not sure. They've chosen to mold it in this like clear plastic here, and then one with the dial still. So I presume they're just giving you a lot of options to go off of. That looks like a gun camera. Various little parts like the landing lights over here, which are molded into one big fillet. But these have rounded wingtips, so I'm not exactly sure how. Oh, here they are over here. These are the ones we use. So that could be a little bit of a sneak peek for something in the future with a clipped wing Spitfire if the Mk.VIII didn't come with it, which I'm not sure because I didn't do the review on it. But we have the front windshield. Oh, it's just so clear through there. I mean, there you go. You can get the reflection on it and see how nice it is from the light. You got it. You got the idea. I'm going to put this back in the bag just to protect it, because clear parts are better staying clear. Oh, and stay tuned till the end of the video because I have a limited edition surprise to share with you guys. I am so excited. It is, it's worth it. It's actually really worth it. Zoom out on this thing. Here we have the fuselage assembly, 2 halves on the A sprue. There's that fillet that we're missing for the back where the retractable tail wheel sits. We have the side door, can be positioned opened, I presume. Whoa. Airfix, a little bit of flash. I'm joking, you've improved a lot in the past coming years. Let's just get a little bit of a look at the detail on this one. There we go. Look at that. Looks like a little bit of rib stressing as well. Like down here, it's a couple of stressed ribs. It's really, really nice. I'm loving this so far. It's exciting. Yeah, let's get into this one as well. Oh. Whoops. Let's get into this one as well. Come in a protective casing. Here we have various wing components. All the, I suppose you could say boring stuff. This would fly together in about 20 seconds. So you're getting rid of that sprue straight off the bat. This one, however, we have the iconic Merlin engine. Let's get a little bit of a zoom in on this. I'm going to keep it on the bottom here. Crisp details. Here we are over here. Look at that. Here we have the block components that you're all going to be putting together. There's the heads of it. I'm not that well versed. Here we have the brackets. The brackets that hold that mount the engine to the body, to the firewall. Got some lines and whatnot. Go. Exhaust stacks. Where they go? Yeah, down here. So the way that these are molded, I presume we can see just very briefly. I presume that these little notches, you're going to be putting these ones in their place to make it open up and be hollow, which is very interesting design by Airfix. I think it'll look good. There's no reason it wouldn't. So yeah, there's those. I'm pretty sure I'm done with this sprue for the moment. Moving on to the next one. Holy moly, what a kit. That's right, we've only got 2 more bags to get through, so we'll be fine. Over here we have... What do we got here? What do we have here? Starting here, we have got the internal components for... We have the internal components for the cockpit. So this actually appears to be most of the cockpit parts on this sprue, which is nice. We're going to be starting over here with levers and whatnot for the throttles, radio equipment, gun sight, more throttles, trim tabs, yoke, seat belts. Let's have a look at this. This is unusual. This is unusual for a model kit. Plastic seat belts that absolutely look amazing. What a choice. You can of course choose to probably go photo etch and whatnot, but these honestly they look really nice. Really nice. Not much work would be needed to get those into a really good spot. Let's get out of here. Rudder pedals, more seat belts, bulkhead, oxygen tanks, framework, oxygen hoses. The seat looks really nice. The cushion, it's got some cushion molding into it. Adjustable seat, frame, doesn't actually adjust, that's just what the part is. So let's move on to the next one. We have an option for 3 different types of wheels. We have a blank plate. We have the iconic 4 little 4-leaf clover, and we have the mags, the 5 part rim. Landing gear legs. What am I doing? Landing gear legs, 2 molded, I believe. Oh, or just 2 different ones. Tail wheel, I believe that's a 2-part molded tail wheel. The wheels here have a really nice register on them. Dunlop, they are flat at the bottom. Here we have the covers as well. Moving over into the 20mm Hispano cannons, have those there. Antenna, parts for the exterior. That's a jig. What's the jig for? I suppose we'll find out in the instructions. Here we have the firewall, some more components that will be going into the engine. Here we have another rear plate. I presume that is for like wheels up or something. Interesting. Oh no, that would be for the Mark 9 kit that has the fixed tail wheel. Okay, here we go. I'm going to take my guess that this is the sprue for all of the wing components, because this has detail all throughout the wings, the spars, the guns. I couldn't have been more wrong. To begin with, we are going to go out here and we have the wingtips, 2-part mold, like as in I'm going to sandwich them together. Ailerons, radiator parts, just some generic stuff that you're going to be putting on this model. More cannons, different versions I suppose. Fillets, yeah, many different versions. Well, there you go, that's that. I'm liking this, they're putting the numbers if you cut it off early for identification. Haha, I was right. This is the wing assembly parts. We have all the ribbing in here for when you are displaying it with the access panels open, which you can do on the wings, which we saw before. You can have them access open so you can see the guns, which are here. Let's zoom in. Here we have the guns here. I believe they're smaller than these ones. They do look smaller to me. So we have those. Yeah, this just looks like most of the parts that would be going on that interior part. We have the bullets there, the gun, the feed into the gun. We go there. Yeah, nice molding. Not much else on the other side. It's more interesting over this side. But yeah, there we go. Last one. What's it going to be? What are we missing? We are missing the propellers, the access panels to the engine, some more framework that holds those access panels in, and yeah, prop assembly with like the nose and whatnot. Here we go. There's your nose cone, the back plate to it. Going to assemble the prop blades separately, which is nice. Having the frame here for the exhaust stacks actually has some really beautiful detail on it. Let's get in there. There you go. That's some nice detail. I'm liking that. Over here I might as well get detail this part over here, and some locker cap probably for the engine. Scoop. Yeah, very nice. Okay, so we have successfully completed the first mission of that is the plastic. Let's go into stencil data. Everyone's favorite stencils. This one doesn't have that many really. You have the wing walkway lines. You have the dust covers for the guns, fuel port. These over here on the underside of the wing. Yeah, you just have a couple, not too many, which is nice. Don't have to bore yourself like a phantom enjoyer, enthusiast. Here we have the third scheme out of the box. This is the 307th Fighter Squadron of the USAAF, the United States Army Air Corps, in Italy, 1944. Before this, they had they flew these they flew these Spitfires in Italy, and then when they were transferring over back into P-51 Mustangs, they kept this Spitfire and painted it up like a Mustang. That's why it has these red bars on the back. So it was kind of like a flagship type aircraft for the unit. They decided to keep one of the Spitfires, and this is how it resembled. So there's like a little note here because it was painted in the field after they'd finished using them for combat. All of the stencils were painted over potentially by the unit. It is up to the modeler's interpretation whether he or she chooses to put them back on as if they reapplied them. But yeah, very, very iconic aircraft there. But not my favorite, because we have... I'm joking. The RAAF number 457th Squadron, the Grey Nurses, fighting up in Morotai in 1945. So this squadron is quite a famous Australian squadron for having the shark mouths on their Spitfires. They named their squadron after the Grey Nurse shark, which is native to Australia, I believe, and is known as a very fearsome shark, which they chose to resemble one when they were fighting. So that was kind of like their mascot, I presume. All of the aircraft had Grey Nurse on the cowling, up as the nose art, as well as this. And it has a lovely scheme, so they resprayed this lighter green across the fuselage. Just lovely looking. They had the leading edges of the wings white. I think that was to do something with confusion with the Japanese. But yeah, that's that there. But yes, we also have the Spitfire that was flying over in Burma, the scheme here. I believe it was being flown by the RAF over there, and they changed the roundels to this. Fun fact, 140 of these things are buried in Burma somewhere, and they're looking for them. So I'm not sure whether this one is particularly, but it is suspected that these aircraft are buried over there, 140 of them somewhere, and they're looking for them. But yeah, here you have that scheme, which is really nice. I thought I might just add 452 parts in this model kit, which is quite a nice, generous number. Wow, that is a heavy booklet. That is a really heavy booklet. We're just going to have a quick flick through that. But before, look at this decal sheet. That is huge. So you have your RAAF ones over to my left. You have the Burma fighting aircraft in the middle, and then you have the US AAF aircraft over to the right, and all your stencils up the top. So this is printed by Cartograph. Once again, just an amazing choice to go with Cartograph for these decals, which I'm pretty sure Airfix usually do. But you've got individual dials for your instrument cluster, which is just wonderful. So you can tack those down with a decal solution, and they'd set really, really nicely. Fuel ports, wingtip steadying trestle. That's what those lines underneath the wing were. Walkway is all broken up into sections, so you can put that together. And there's your shark. Rawr. That's it right there. A58606. They use 606 on these? I believe so. Alright. There's your decals. Let's move on to the instructions before I show you the special surprise, what we have. I don't know how I'm going to show you. It's that big. It's insane. Okay, so here we go. Let's zoom out here. And zoom back in. Get a little bit of focus. Here we go. Alright. Position of the cockpit decals. First page. That's it. You're going to be going through that. And then we're going over onto the seat belts, construction of the cockpit, putting that all together. Testing paint. It's moving together rather fast for something with 450 pieces. Here we go, putting the cockpit tub into the fuselage side panels. Here we go, that's the radio box. Getting that all ready. Moving up here, you can choose to have it in a number of configurations. All closed, canopy drawn back, and the little step ladder in, position down. Down here, we're chucking the bulkhead in. Rear tailplane being built. And moving on to the wings. Here we go. We've got some necessary things to remove here. This is just so much. Bang for your buck, absolutely. This is a big holiday project. Or the connoisseur's aircraft, as Brett would probably say. There we go. We're putting all of the sub-assemblies to the wings in. Putting those cannons in there. So there's certain parts that you don't fit if you're building the gun bay doors closed, or you put them in if you're putting it open, or vice versa. Just look out for those in the instructions, because you don't want to be caught modifying it once it's too late. Radiators being built, positioned on the wings. Wingtips, straight on. Here we go. Engine. Note: skip all of these, or skip all of this if you just want a regular engine, or do it all if you want to have your engine posed open and visible. There we go. So it looks like this is for if you don't want to pose it with the engine. And then you pick back up over here if you do. And this is how you do it. Wow. Lots and lots of detail in this engine over here. All the hoses and wires. Let's keep going. All the access panels and covers. Flaps, ailerons, wheels, wheel wells, all being put together. getting towards the end of your build here. You're putting all of the pitot tubes and whatnot on. Gun sight is one of the last things you're going to be doing, as well as the canopies. And then the prop. The very final thing that you'll be assembling is the propeller. So, without further ado, let me show you what we have had given to us for this aircraft. We have a limited number of these little medallions. I'm going to take it out. It's like little metal. How can I show this the best way? All right. The enamel pin by Airfix. This is number 196 of 250, as you can see down here. Look at that. Isn't that just a little special add-on that you could be getting if you purchase this kit with us? We have a limited number of these, so first in, best dressed for these. We'll be sending them out with orders. If you come in store and pick it up, we'll be giving you one if there's any available, but we only have a limited number, which we will not disclose. 5 lucky pre-order customers will be getting these in time for Christmas, I presume, which is when we got them. They come in this little display case to keep them protected. We'll be giving this one a polish up before it goes to its lucky customer. But yeah, there you go. There is that pin that we get with this kit. There you have it. The 1/24th scale Supermarine Spitfire Mk.VIII in RAAF colours with an RAAF livery on the front. We are so lucky to be getting this kit. I hope you've enjoyed this review. I hope I haven't bored you. I hope I've shown you something or taught you something about this kit. And I want to see you coming in store and grabbing one of these and enjoying the absolute love out of it. So, have a great one, have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much.